What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm D.Knight, and let's get ready for Game 2.
Cause it's game time and I'm ready. Game time and I'm ready. Yeah, it's game time and I'm ready. Game time and I'm ready. Can't stop my hustle. No, you can't stop my shine. I ain't come to make no friends. I just came to get what's mine.
And we are back with the Orioles franchise here as we ended up taking a 1-0 series lead over the Yankees, winning 5-2, and we're winning without our MVP really doing much other than pretty much being the clutch home run in the Indian series. But sorry for the delay. I did have family in town for the week, so I spent time with them, but we're going to get right back into it. So let's jump into Game 2.
MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's the second game of this ALCS between the New York Yankees and the Baltimore Orioles. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. I'm joined by Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and Danny, an important ball game coming up here in Game 2.
Yeah, it was a good start for these guys at home. They did what they needed to do in the opening game, and this crowd really showed up and made a difference as well. Should be an electric atmosphere again, so we'll see if the guys on the field can feed off it and take a commanding lead in this series.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Getting close to first pitch here. Let's listen in to public address announcer Alex Miniak.
And now, your 2020 Baltimore Orioles.
And briefly here, a glance at the two starters who'll get the ball here in this one. With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, Matt, we all know it. The man to watch, Giancarlo Stanton. He doesn't let the pressure of the big moment get to him. I love watching this guy hit in clutch situations. It's like he takes a deep breath and everything stops in front of him. He plays like the Zen man.
Kyle Gibson will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Matt, coming on Kyle Gibson to pitch. 4-pitch mix. Not an overpowering guy, more of a pitch to contact kind of guy. Fastball 89 to 93, curveball, changeup, and slider. He's a guy you'll know if he's on early, he's going to induce a lot of ground balls. If he's getting pop-ups and fly balls, that's dangerous. He's not a power type pitcher.
Okay, here's how the Birds line up today on defense. And guys, in this one today, we get to watch Gold Glover at first base. Watch the way he manipulates the bag with his footwork.
The 1-2. He is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that.
And he lays off here, ball 4, and he'll become the game's first base runner here with one away.
Great track record in his sport. He's pretty consistent, and overall, he's been a fair umpire.
In the dirt here. And he is in there. They couldn't get him at second. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
It's never a good look to strike out looking, but it's way worse when you do it with a guy in scoring position. Those are the times you really want to see a guy battle and at least put the ball in play.
Ready with the payoff pitch. Slap hard the opposite way. And that'll get down out there near the wall. The relay. Throw to second, but he's in there as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
the second base.
This is why it's so important to give your cleanup hitter an opportunity to hit with runners in scoring position. He does just what he's supposed to do, lacing a double and driving in a run, just like you draw it up.
Line toward the gap in left center. That's in there. Base hit. Stanton rounds third and is digging for the plate. He'll score easily as they extend their lead to 2.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Kept his shoulders square, his hands inside the baseball, and was able to fight off a good, nice executed pitch for a knock.
Swing, and it gives you a lot of confidence when you make a guy look that bad. So,
and we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. The Yankees lead this one 2-0. Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Who stands out to you, Danny?
well, I'm excited to see if that man in the 6th spot can keep it going. You can bet the opposition spent a decent amount of time crafting a game plan to stop this guy, because as he goes, so goes the team. You stop him, you've got a chance to win. You don't, you're probably going to lose.
James Paxton is on the mound for game 2. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Boy, there's lots to like about this lefty, James Paxton. Big arm from the left side. He reminds me a lot of Andy Pettit. The only thing, he throws about 4 or 5 miles harder than Pettit. Paxton occasionally 97 to 98 miles an hour. Good, hard overhand curveball. His changeup is getting better the more he uses it. This is one of the game's premier left-handed strikeout pitchers.
All right, boys, let's take a look at how the Yankees are setting up on defense today. And guys, the things I want you to focus on today, one of them being this manager loves
now
to
at 2-2. And the knuckle curve that time got him swinging, and that's the first out.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Junior.
Here's the 1-1. Right side, hit hard. And that'll find its way into right field for a 1-out single. He's set. Here it comes. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Hicks on the move. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the 2nd out. And with 2 away, let's check in with our up-to-the-minute playoff bracket. And you can see our series at 1-0 as things are starting to heat up here as we get later into October. The 2-2. Hit hard on the ground to the right. And that's through for a hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Batting 4.
Sometimes you need a little luck. Sometimes you need to get a ground ball to home.
Set. Here's the 3-1. And he misses with it for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded now with 2 away. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line drive to center field. And that's in there. Base hit. 1 run is scored. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
You know, D'Lo, that's a huge base hit. After being down by 2 early, they strike right back.
Yeah, and the pitcher's got to breathe a sigh of relief right there. We got a fresh ball game. See if he goes out there and attacks differently.
Swing and a miss on the knuckle curve, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. 2nd inning upcoming from Baltimore, and we are tied 2-2. And this pitch is popped straight up, right around the home plate area. And he'll stay with it here. A bouncer to the left side. Throw gets him, 2 down.
After going out in the first, I thought it was going to be a super short outing.
Hit back up the middle. Garcia gloves it. And he'll make that play look easy as the throw is in time to end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. Bottom of the 2nd inning coming up. All square at 2 apiece.
Let him right back into this at bat.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. So it's a 2-run shot to right center. His first homer here in the series. And it moves the Orioles out to a 4-2 lead.
Hey, that's one of the toughest parts about standing out there on the bump. Giving up a long home run or giving up a bomb at any time as a pitcher. You just have to regroup and get back on that.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Hicks is under it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
That's not an at-bat he or his hitting coach are going to be happy with at all. It's bad enough to go down on 3 pitches, but none of them were even in the strike zone. That's a bad look. Before he gave up that home run, was throwing the ball great. Now it seems like he's a little bit more tentative throwing the ball across the plate.
And he chased it in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. The 1-1 home. Hit on the ground to third. And he'll have himself a leadoff single as this is through into left.
Nice execution right there. Ball was down below the knees. He stayed through it and was able to drive it for a base hit.
Good win.
That hard breaking ball coming down and in at the back foot. A tough take on a good pitch.
Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. Over to VR. But no real shot at 2 as he's safe easily at first.
That was kind of a high degree of difficulty play that time. You see the off-balance throw to second base, and he couldn't get a lot on it, but they did get the out.
Hops this one up. VR is under it. And that's the second out of the inning.
He's going.
The 2-1 home. Pitch outside the throw. And he is out at second. Caught stealing to end the inning. Another look at the throwdown that results in a third out on the bases. More baseball on MLB Network right after this.
To be able to stay in this game.
The 1-0. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Stanton has a read on it. He's got it 1 away. Another 1-2 delivery. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
Heading out towards shallow right. Judge is under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles, but they still lead this one 4-2. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
That was a good job tying him up inside on that strikeout pitch. It wasn't even in the strike zone, but with the hitter protecting with 2 strikes, that's the kind of pitch he's not going to hold back.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Snatched out of midair at first base for out number 2.
And one in the seats.
3-2 pitch. Now a swing and a deep drive to left, and it ain't coming back. And gone. An absolute bomb. It's a solo shot here for Gary Sanchez. His second home run of the series as it's trimmed to a 4-3 game now. I'm excited to check the home run numbers that come out on Show Track, because that was just one of the most impressive launches we've seen in a good while. And as the numbers come in, that ball was projected to have carried over 460 feet. An amazing show of strength.
Over the heart of the plate and get beat in this situation.
Hard on the ground towards short. Arcia fields it cleanly. And the throw is wide as it pulls the first baseman off the bag.
Up next for the Yankees.
Now a throw over, and he is tagged out here. Boy, a bad mistake that time as he's picked off to end the inning. The Yankees claw back a bit thanks to the home run. Bottom of the fourth coming up. It's the Orioles 4 and the Yankees 3. Sent on the ground out to second. A diving effort as it's off his glove. And no chance at a recovery here, as despite a great effort that time, they won't get an out on the play. On a rope to the second baseman, but the runner is back in time to avoid the double play. The 1-2 gets him looking, strike 3.
He's not going to feel good about that at bat, nor should he. You have to want to swing the bat, but he just stood there and looked at 4 straight pitches. Hopefully, we'll see him get a little bit more aggressive next time.
The 1-1 pitch. High in the air out to center field. Hicks is under it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. One left for the Orioles, but they hold on to a 4-3 lead. The windup and the 0-1. High in the air and deep to left center field. Riddle looks up. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. So a solo shot here to left center field. His first homer so far in the series, as that'll pull him even at 4 apiece.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here, it's not the end of the world.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Smith is there, and he makes the catch for the out. Time block. 6'1" southpaw will be the one that gets the call from the bullpen
Number
here.
53, Todd.
And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now. There's a look at the final line for the Orioles starter. Clearly not the postseason outing he had envisioned.
Hey, this certainly wasn't the outing he was looking for when he left the bullpen while warming up. Too many pitches
coming up. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen. But the Yankees are able to tie things up on the solo home run. Bottom of the 5th coming up. All even now at 4 apiece. 3-0 pitch. And that misses, ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk to get the home half of the 5th underway. And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. A bouncer up the middle, reined in. Torres hit the bag. On to first, and Moustakas is hit into a double play.
Up next for the Orioles,
Oh, that's a rally killer right there. They were in great shape with 2 on and nobody out. But the double play is the last thing you want in that situation. Just a runner at third now, but there's 2 outs.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. A couple of walks, but no damage. Back with more postseason baseball in Game 2 after this. 0-1, here it comes. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Gone to lead off the inning. A solo home run there for Aaron Judge. His first homer here in the series as they will take the lead here. It's now a 5-4 ball game. Guys, we've seen 4 big balls between the 2 teams so far today. What are your impressions of the long ball display we're watching? Here now the 2-2. Locks him up for strike 3.
Beautiful backdoor slider for the punch out right there, guys. When it's tight like this one was, it looks like a fastball off the plate, then darts back at the corner at the last second. Locked him up completely with that one.
And a changeup couldn't get him to bite, and it's ball 4. The 3-0. And he misses again here. It's ball 4. And that's back-to-back walks here with 1 away. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away. That was a nasty-looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Oh, and he misses it. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second.
Boy, talking about picking your teammate up after that strikeout, D-Row. Big, and I mean big, 2-hard RBI single.
Yeah, way to come through for your team. When you take the donut off your bat right there, you're trying to pick up your teammate. He had the right game plan, didn't come outside it, stayed through the baseball, and was able to come through.
A swing and a ground, and this will kick off the third base bag. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score. Got him, and he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. So they pick up 3 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors, and 2 left. 6th, 7th, and 8th place hitters due up in the bottom of inning number 6. It's the Yankees 7 and the O's. Line to the right side. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
Hey, some guys can handle the postseason lights, and this is obviously one of them. Another base hit leading off for the boys. This guy's had a monster postseason so far.
Here's the 1-1. Fly ball out toward left center field. Hicks is after it. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. The 3-1. Lifted the other way out to left center. On the move is Stanton. He gets there, and that's the 2nd out. The 2-2 one more time. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. Torres picks it up on to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Orioles leave 1. They're on the short end of a 7-4 score. Back here on MLB Network. It's on to the 7th now in Game 2, but before we start, there's a look at our game summary to this point. Miguel Castro is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 50, Miguel Castro.
The 3-1 pitch. On the ground to the left side. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And the recovery's too late as he's able to beat the throw to first.
Well, nothing earth-shattering about this one. He just didn't finish the play and watched it into his glove. And now they've got the leadoff runner aboard and no outs.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Hit hard down the line. And this is past him at third down the line. It's a fair ball. And he'll get in there safely.
Not really much the pitcher can do about that one. He put the ball down in the zone where he wanted it, but it was just a solid piece of hitting. Goes down and gets it and pulls it into the corner for extra bases.
Yeah, as you know, Dan, sometimes the hitter just wins. Sliced hard on the ground. And he'll step on first himself for the out. And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk. And the force play is now in order. One gone. And this is swung on and missed. A huge out there as the bases will stay loaded with 2 away now.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage.
Into the box, Aaron Hicks. And, oh, look out, as that pitch ran in and got him. And that's going to force in a run. Tommy Hunter answers the call to pitch here in a big spot. He inherits a bases-loaded jam, but needs just 1 out to get out of it.
Now pitching for the Orioles, number 96, Tommy Hunter.
The 1-0. High in the air out to center field. Riddle is there to make the catch, and they'll escape the bases loaded jam by giving up just 1 run. So 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and they leave the bases loaded. Get up and stretch here in Baltimore. It's the Yankees 8 and the O's 4. Zach Britton gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Now the 3-2 pitch. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Hicks is under this one. 1 down. The 2-2 one more time. Is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Line towards center field. Hicks is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. They're unable to make a dent in an 8-4 deficit. Edward Ramos has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 61, Andrew Ramos.
Need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Now batting.
A look at our line score there from Oriole Park. Yankees lead this one here in the 8th, as the O's will get a couple of more cracks before this one's all said and done. Set to deliver the 0-1. Hit in the air to right field. Smith moves over. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the 2nd time here tonight. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. They still lead it by a count of 8-4. Adam Ottavino is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 0, Adam.
First pitch of the at-bat. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. And that's the 1st out. Now a slider, but this misses down and in for ball 4. Here now the 2-2. And a slider bounces, and that gets away. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out.
Anytime a pitcher locates a fastball on the inside corner, it's going to be a tough pitch to hit. That one was spot on, and he had no answer for it.
Jonathan Holder enters here looking to get the final out before the ninth inning.
Number 56, Jonathan Holder.
The 2-2 is swung on and missed, strike three. One left for the Orioles. They're unable to make a dent in an 8-4 deficit. Dylan Tate enters from the pen to start the ninth inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the ninth.
Too much on that swing, though.
A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Riddle going back. Still going back into the bleachers and gone. So it's a solo shot to dead center, his second home run of the game, as this is now a 5-run cushion.
That's what I love about baseball. The pitch before, he looked absolutely foolish, but he gathered himself, stayed with the plan, and the next pitch he goes yard. Every pitch is another chance.
Richard Blyer, a southpaw standing 6'3", gets the ball now out of the bullpen. He struck him out, the third time he's fanned in the game.
That's the third time in this game he's gone down on strikes. Not the game he was hoping to have when he was taking batting practice, but at least his guys are ahead.
Here's another 2-2. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first two men he faces out of the bullpen.
That was a good job there of using the batter's aggressiveness against him. He was putting up a good fight and fouling a lot of balls off. So as a pitcher, it's a great idea to expand the zone even more and make the hitter really chase after something.
The 1-2. He is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Yanks able to add on one more via the solo home run. Last chance coming up for the Orioles. It's the Yankees 9 and the O's 4.
He continues to make this pitcher work.
Popped up, and Duhar shading to his right, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the center fielder, JT.
Trevor Rosenthal enters from the bullpen, hoping to get the final two outs and put this one into the win column.
Trevor Rosenthal.
Lifted down the line in left. And he will make the play out there, and there are two away now. The windup and the 0-1. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to first, and the Yankees have gotten the all-important road victory here in Game 2. They even up the series before heading home as this one is over.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
And there's no better time of year to come up big for your team than in the postseason, and that's exactly what this man did. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through and lift your team to victory. He was certainly a big factor here, and it was pretty cool to see.
And this ball game ends at a 9-4 final score. The New York Yankees have evened up this series at 1 game apiece. James Paxton earns the victory on the mound. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
And the Yankees claw back into the series, tied at 1-1 on a 9-4 victory. Aaron Judge decided to go deep twice and a double, 2 RBIs. Pretty much our bullpen just kind of gave it up. I mean, not even Gibson looked all that good today. Paxton actually didn't look all that great today, but he did give them 6 solid innings. We used every pitcher except for Givens out of our bullpen. So that's a little bit scary. At least we got a day off coming up before Game 3, which now we're going to be in New York. And really the only hitter for Baltimore, JT Riddle with the 2-run shot. And Alberto had that 2-run single as well in the first inning. So we kind of left them off the hook, but the series is even. Maybe we can win again in somebody else's stadium. So taking a look at the NLCS, Colorado and Philly do have a 1-1 series tie. So, interesting enough, we're both in the same boat, but a very disappointing loss last game. It's not sitting well with me. We had the opportunity, we blew it. It is what it is. But that's where we're going to end this episode. And then when we come back, we will get into Game 3 in New York. And hopefully able to take those 2 just like we did in the Indian series and take control of this series. But thanks again for watching, and as always, stay frosty, and I'll see you in the next episode. D.Knight out.
They thought it was a game till I came back with that win overtime.